What is your school mascot and school colors?
Great question. We actually have two different mascots at UVA. One of them is called the Cavalier, and he's a big guy with a hat on. It looks like like the Three Musketeers. He looks like a musketeer. Our unofficial mascot is the Wahoo, which is not anything in particular. It's just something they call us, like, oh, look at those Wahoos. Our school colors are blue and orange. So just like this, dark blue and orange for the University of Virginia. And that little V with the swords under it is what we usually show people for our school.
Excellent. I think that was one of the big appealing facts, too, to our kids. Our school colors are also blue and orange, although ours is more of a royal blue. But, I think that's something that kind of the kids were able to relate to with those school colors when they saw you on our college board up there.
Great choice. One other thing I'll tell you guys, the admission office that I work in actually has its own mascot. And he's called Cav Dog. It's a dog of one of our. Can you see that guy?
See him? Yep.
Yeah, this is Cav Dog. He helps us do all of our admission work at UVA. So if you ever come to UVA, make sure to ask to see Cav Dog because we really like him here.
Oh, all right.
Stuff on him.
It's snow. This is snow. We get snow here sometimes, so he likes to play in the snow. That's him in that. He's smelling the flowers in this one. Sometimes we dress him up in outfits.
Excellent.
So for the admission office, this is Cav Dog.
Cool.
How did that become your mascot?
So, how did the Cavaliers become your mascot?
Yeah, it's a long story. So UVA is about 200 years old as a school. And we formed right in the early 1800s. And at that point, the Cavaliers were kind of famous for being these dashing guys who go around. So they thought that would be a pretty good mascot. It's not really a great story, but that's what it is.
Excellent. Go ahead, Ed.
How many students have to attend your school?
So, how many students do you have at UVA?
We have 14,500 students.
Wow.
We have less.
A lot less, right?
We have a little bit less, yeah. So we're kind of like, for colleges, that's actually in between. Some of the really small colleges have like 1,000 students, and some of the really big colleges, like Ohio State, have 60,000 students. So they're all different kinds of colleges and sizes. So don't be scared of it, though. We think of ourselves as a big family here.
We have like 300 kids here.
That's about it in our school, only about 300.
I wish we had that few. That way I wouldn't have such a hard time finding parking. There's over that many. But yeah, so there are lots of different sizes. My friend works for a school that only has 500 students at it. So you'll find the right school for you when it comes time to find it.
Excellent. Go ahead, Kaylee. Go ahead, Kaylee.
How big are your class sizes?
So, 14,000 students, how big are your class sizes?
Sure. Most of our classes actually are only about 20 students. So even though we have a lot of students, the average class size is right around 20 students. Now there are some really big classes that have like 100 students in them, and there are some really small classes that have only 2 or 3 students in them. But most day-to-day classes are about 20.
How far is your school from Kingsburg?
How far are you guys from us here in Keansburg, New Jersey?
Yeah, so I looked that up. We are 331 miles. It would take you 5 hours and 40 minutes if you were driving a car, and it would take you 105 hours to walk here.
Whoa. Well, I got to tell you, 5 hours to me that's just about the perfect time for a distance, I should say, from your home. Because if you had to get home, you could drive
5 hours
home.
from New Jersey. We actually have a lot of students at UVA from New Jersey. We had 221 students from New Jersey in our first year class last year, so lots of them come to us from that state.
Excellent.
In an airplane, how long?
I'm not sure. Is there even an airport close to you guys?
Yeah, we have an airport right down the road that has direct flights to New York, which is, I know, really close to you all.
It'd probably only be a 30-minute flight, I would assume, or 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's about an hour. I've done it before. You don't even have to. By the time the plane starts going up, it starts going back down.
Yep, really quick. Go ahead, Kayleen.
What types of things are there to do on and around your school?
So, what types of things are there to do on your campus and then in the areas surrounding the UVA campus?
Great question. So we have lots of different things to do. A lot of our students are involved in sports, so we are a big sports school. We have a football team, we have a basketball team, we've got a soccer team, we've got a golf team, basically all your different sports. So a lot of our students both play sports and participate in them. I've got a picture to show you guys of all of our different sports. So I don't know if you can see it. That's our soccer team.
Nice.
Playing right there. They're really good. They've won the national championship before. Up in this corner, see if I can bring it close enough for you all to see. That's our football stadium.
Cool.
It holds about 60,000 people. This is part of our women's basketball team sitting there. They're also really good. We also have a lot of concerts that come through. So we've had Lady Gaga do a concert here before. I know, right? It's pretty exciting. I didn't get to go to that one. We've had Wiz Khalifa do a concert here before. We've had Miranda Lambert come through. We've had all kinds of different acts in
Did you have
the.
Little Wayne?
Sorry?
Did you have Little Wayne?
Little Wayne.
Yeah, he's done a concert in Charlottesville before. So we have lots of different music acts that come through. There's also a lot of stuff to do outside, so we're right in the mountains. This is a picture of our campus.
Yep.
The start of our campus. You can see we have a lot of trees and things like that. So a lot of our students spend time outside doing stuff as well. Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Oh, there's one more question about who came. Did Nicki Minaj came?
Has Nicki Minaj ever performed in the area?
You know, she hasn't. I've asked her to, but she hasn't written me back yet. So
Oh,
we're still waiting
Can
for
I show?
Maybe when you guys attend there, she can come there. Go ahead, Kayleen.
Did Katy Perry ever come?
Katy Perry was the question.
She's come to Richmond, which is Virginia's capital, and it's about an hour from us. So I know she's been pretty close. Not to Charlottesville yet. We're still working on that.
All right, go ahead with the next
Good
question.
What do most students do on the weekends?
So, being that you guys are about 5 hours away, chances are we're going to be staying on campus on the weekends. So, what do most students do on the weekends?
Yeah, so most of our students stay on campus. A lot of them are involved in different groups and clubs here on grounds. So the clubs will get together and have like cookouts, or they'll do concerts, or they'll play frisbee on the lawn, or they'll do all sorts of things around. They'll also spend time in Charlottesville, which is the city we're in. A lot of our students do volunteer work, so they'll go and like help out at our local elementary schools, hanging out with the kids there. Or they'll go downtown and go shopping, or they'll, go hiking or something like that. So they do all kinds of things based on what they're interested in.
Yes.
There's one more question.
Not about the performing arts. Save that for the end. Go ahead, Faith.
What types of sport are you offering at your school?
So, besides the varsity and Division I sports that you showed us, what other types of like club and intramural sports do you guys have there at UVA?
Yeah, we have about 80 different club sports at UVA. So we've got every sport you've ever heard of as a club here. We've got a club swimming team, we've got club taekwondo, we have club fencing, we've got a club that makes race cars and goes and races them around. We've got a club that plays frisbee, like they have uniforms, they go and play frisbee against different schools. We've got a club disc golf team. We've got inner tube water polo, which is when you play. It's like people like splash around the pool in these inner tubes and like throw balls at each other. We've got club volleyball. Basically, any sport you'd want us to have, we basically have it.
Excellent.
Well, we've got a club Quidditch team. I don't know if any of you guys have watched the Harry Potter movies, but we have a Quidditch team at UVA. They don't use brooms, but they run around and throw the ball around.
Here, you're my sister.
Excellent.
Nick,
Go ahead,
do
Faith.
you have any rivals?
Do you have any rivals?
Yes, we are in the Atlantic Coast Conference, so that's like a group of schools that compete together. So our biggest rival is Virginia Tech, which is another university in Virginia that's just down the road.
Yep, he's up there.
We've been playing each other for about 200 years in sports. We usually beat them, except if it's in football, and then they usually beat us. But we beat them in every other sport. In basketball, we're rivals with the University of North Carolina and Duke University. And then we also aren't big fans of Florida State. But, they're all great schools, but those are the ones that we get really excited to play.
Excellent. Go ahead, Faith.
Does your school have any traditions?
Does your school have any traditions?
Yeah, we definitely do. We're about 200 years old, so we have all kinds of different traditions that we do at the University of Virginia. One of my favorite ones is that we actually have over 20 different secret societies that are active on grounds. So, secret societies are like these secret clubs that you never know who's a member of. And so, what's really fun is they do all sorts of different things at the university. So, my favorite one is called the Seven Society, and you don't know who a seven is until they've actually passed away. And they do all sorts of things. Like they always give money back to the university in multiples of seven. So have you guys done like multiplication or anything like that? Do you know what I mean? So like if they're giving money to UVA, they either give $7 or $77 or $777 or $7 million. So they're really fun. Yeah. Questions?
Actually, anything with a 7
I'm stuck in June.
Anything, so any kind of multiple of 7, you would say, right? Anything
Right.
that ends with the 7s in there.
Yeah, so when I was at a football game one time, they actually had a guy parachute into the stadium and give somebody a check for $7,777.77 to help us do stuff. So that they're really fun. We also do something called Halloween on the lawn. So if you look at again, this is our lawn. Around the sides of the lawn, there are 52 different rooms that students live in. And every Halloween, all of the different students open up their rooms to kids from the community, and we have like 1,000 kids come out in costume to get candy and things like that. So that's really fun to participate in as well. So lots of different traditions at the university.
Excellent. Yeah.
What is your school best known
So what is UVA best known for?
So have you guys learned about Thomas Jefferson yet in school?
for?
Have you heard of him?
Mm-hmm.
He founded our university. He made our university. So he was actually the guy who was responsible for creating UVA. So a lot of people know about UVA because we were created by Thomas Jefferson. But we're also, so that's like what we're best known for. We're also really well known as a medical school. So a lot of our students go on to become doctors, and a lot of our students go on to become lawyers. Do you guys know? Maybe not. Do you know who Tina Fey is?
No.
She's an actress. Anyways, she went here too, and she's really funny, and so we really like her.
I'm a
So we're-
fan.
All right, yeah. So we're pretty well known for that as well.
Excellent.
We also are known because we teach over 20 different languages at UVA. So at UVA, we teach Spanish and we teach French, but we also teach languages like Farsi and Arabic and Tibetan and American Sign Language and all sorts of different languages. So people know UVA for that as well.
Excellent.
Also, we give a lot of money to students. We're also popular for that.
Go ahead.
Why do people choose to attend your school?
So why do people choose to attend UVA when they come and visit?
Well, we are a really pretty school. I know that's silly, but as I can show you another picture. Hang on. I should be better prepared. This is another picture of our campus. See how pretty that is?
Yeah.
With all the trees. So a lot of people like UVA because of how pretty it is. But I think more importantly, for a couple different reasons. One, we're one of the top ranked institutions in the country. So out of all the colleges in the country, we're ranked 25th. So that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
We also have the best financial aid program of any public university. So what that means is we give out the most money to help make college affordable for our students.
Wow.
So they really like that as well. And students who like UVA like being involved in stuff. So you're talking about all those different things that students do. People choose UVA because they like doing things, and our students are always doing things. And so that's another reason they choose us.
Excellent.
How big is your campus?
So how big is the UVA campus?
I didn't catch it.
How big is the UVA campus?
Yeah, so you can walk from one end of the campus to the other in about 15 minutes. So we're a pretty small campus, even though we have about 14,000 students. So we're not very big at all when you think about it that way. Like if you think about your school building, how long does it take you to walk from one side of it to the other?
How long would it take to go from your classroom to the cafeteria?
The same.
How long do you think? You think?
Like 5
I would say yeah, two or 3 minutes.
Okay, so if you walked back and forth from your cafeteria like 5 times, that would be the same thing as walking across the entire campus at UVA.
Excellent.
How do
So, how do most people get around if it's only that short of a walk?
Yeah, a lot of our students walk. We also have a lot of students who use bikes, and we have a lot of students who ride our buses. So you guys have like those big buses that take people around at your school. We have something similar here. So if you live in one place and you go to class in another, a bus will come by and pick you up for free and take you to class.
Excellent.
Awesome.
It is awesome. I actually used to drive the buses as a student. It was really
Cool.
fun.
What are the most popular majors?
What are your most popular majors?
Yeah, so our most popular majors are biology, chemistry, engineering, politics, English, psychology, architecture, nursing, and a little bit environmental science.
Excellent.
But we have over 60 different majors to choose from. So those are just the most popular ones, but students do all kinds of things here.
Thank you.
It's a good thing that you have nursing because I actually want to be a nurse when I grow up.
She said it's a good thing you have nursing because she actually wants to be a nurse when she grows up.
Yeah, we have one of the best nursing schools in the country. So you do really well here. And they're fun. The nurses are really nice. Do you know what you have to take to be a nurse? You know what kind of classes we wanted to see you take? Math and science. All kinds of math and science. So, because our nurses know all about the human body, and that's all science. So
Plus you
I
have-
know it's coming for you. All through your life, you need to be taking math and science. 'cause
And you
always are
need
gonna-
to know all about the different, how much medication you have to give. So you need to know about all those different numbers, and so you don't give too much or too little of a certain kind of medicine to someone.
Yeah, science is fun.
Yep. Go ahead, Adam.
What is the cost of your school?
So what is the cost of UVA?
Sure. So it depends on whether you are a Virginia resident or if you're an out-of-state student like you all are. For you all, tuition is about $30,000 a year out of state. But last year we gave $47 million in free money to our students to help make UVA affordable. So we have one of the best scholarship programs in the country and financial aid programs. So we're ranked as having, making college most affordable for students.
Do you offer scholarships?
So with your scholarships that you give out at UVA, are they only merit-based scholarships?
No, our money is almost entirely based on need. So how much need a person has. So let's say that our cost of attendance is $30,000 for you, right? But you fill out a form and the government thinks you can only afford $1,000 a year to go to school. We'll give you $29,000 in free money to help make UVA affordable for every student, whether you're the best student in the class or the last person we take.
So is that all? Is that kind of? I know we've spoke to some other colleges, such as Dartmouth and things like that, where if you have the ability to get accepted to that school, regardless of how much you can afford, whatever the difference is, they will cover that, help you cover that cost. Is that
Correct.
similar
That's
to
what
how
we
you?
do. Mhm.
Okay, excellent.
In-state or out-of-state.
Good, excellent. Go ahead, Aiden.
Do you have any famous
Do you have any famous alumni?
Yeah, we do. So I mentioned Tina Fey, didn't get a lot of response there. But we've had a couple different presidents go to UVA. So Woodrow Wilson, who was a president, went here. A couple of the Kennedys went here, if you guys have heard of him. And so we've had a lot of different generals and Navy people go here. We've had people who are news anchors. So I don't know if you guys know Katie Couric, but she's on your TV show, your TV screen every night. She went here. We've had lots of politicians and, like I mentioned, a couple different movie stars go here. So, yeah, those are some of the ones you might have heard of.
Excellent. Go ahead, Aiden.
What do you like most about your school?
So what do you like most about UVA?
I like our students the best. Our students are really fun. And so, a lot of times when students go to college, they just get so bogged down, they study all the time, and they never have any fun. And while our students are really smart and they do study a lot, they also give a lot back to our community, and that's my favorite thing about UVA. UVA students did over 30,000 hours of community service last year. So that's pretty awesome. That's at least 2 hours of community service every year for every student. So I really like that our students do that. I also like that we help make college affordable for students, and that even though you guys won't be going to college for a few years, UVA still lets me hang out and talk to you about it. Which is awesome.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like 16 years.
10 years.
Wow, I was about to say that before that I thought.
Now, we have here, you guys can hold them up. We have here some UVA signs here.
Yeah.
And we want to know if, do you have a chant or a cheer, maybe one you guys do at a football game that we could practice here in Keensburg?
Yeah, you do. All right, so you got to have your fist up in the air.
All right.
So everybody put their fist up in the air. All right, say wahoo wah. Wahoo wah.
Louder.
Univ, Virginia. Hooray. Hooray. Ray. Ray. UVA. Let's do it again. Ready? Wahoo
Louder.
wah.
Louder this time.
Wahoo wah.
Wawa.
Univ,
Unity.
Virginia.
Virginia.
Hooray.
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 Ray.
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 UVA.
UVA.
Yeah.
Now, is that one you guys do at the football games?
Yeah, every time we score, which is not terribly often. But you guys want to shorten it, you just go wahoo wah, wahoo wah.
Wahoo wah, wahoo wah. Let me hear you.
Wahoo wah, wahoo wah.
All right. Excellent. Whitney, I can't thank you enough for taking the time. Oh, wait, do you guys have any other questions? Oh, okay, good. Faith.
Did you have Maddie B at your concert?
What?
Did you have Maddie B at your concert?
Matty B. I'm not even sure who he is, but
He's a little. He's just little Justin.
oh, he's like a little Justin Bieber, apparently.
I haven't seen him. I'm not as hip as you guys are.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm not either. Go ahead, Ev.
Did you have Drake or?
Do you have a lot of R&B or hip hop artists come through?
No, Drake a rapper.
Yeah, that's it.
No, it's not.
Rap,
You have
rappers.
to do the list.
Yeah, we actually have a rap studio in Charlottesville. So we got a lot of local people who rap, and if you are a rapper, they will take you in and help you make a music CD. So they definitely do that sort of thing at UVA.
How about questions about the campus? I know somebody wanted to know about housing. Are you guaranteed housing as a freshman?
Yes.
Good. Go ahead.
Are you allowed to pick your roommates?
Excellent. Are you allowed to pick your roommates?
Yes, you are.
Good.
If you want to.
This is the question that I was thinking of. I kept forgetting. Are you a teacher?
Are you a teacher?
In the campus? Are you a teacher?
Are you a teacher at UVA?
I'm not a teacher. I'm what's called an admission counselor. So I'm the person who decides who gets to come to UVA and who doesn't.
So when you're getting ready to apply, Whitney's going to take a look at your application and say, wow, Heaven did really good in classes. She did good on her SAT scores. But what I really like about her is she did all this volunteer work in the community, and she plays sports and things like that. And then
I
they'll,
ain't play no sports except for basketball.
well, basketball's a sport. So then she'll make the decision whether or not to accept you there. Go ahead, Aiden. What kind of food do you have at UVA?
Yeah, we've got all kinds of food. So we have 3 different all-you-can-eat dining halls at UVA, which means you go in and you can eat as much as you want. They've got pizza every day. They've got ice cream. They also have salad bars. Yeah, there's all kinds of ice cream that's free once you get in there. You can eat ice cream to your heart's content. We've also got, like, they serve, burgers some nights. They serve salads. They'll serve anything you might want to eat, and there's all sorts of different options that you can choose.
I was telling them the dining hall at a college is much different than a cafeteria here at school. It's not 1 or 2 choices. When you go in, you'll have pretty much your choice of whatever it is you might like to eat.
Like
Yeah.
Bigger.
Bigger.
Yep. Any other
Bigger and
questions?
bolder.
Bigger than our high school. Yep.
Yes, bigger and bolder.
Yep. Go ahead.
This is the last question.
Last question. Okay.
Like, is there, what do you guys do, in the weeks? Like, not the weekend, like the week.
During the week, when you're not at class, what kind of things are there to do?
Well, you should spend a lot of time studying. That's really important. You should be reading and things like that. But when you're not studying, you can do things like go to the gym and work out, or you can go and hang out in all our coffee shops. or you can do community service activities. You can play basketball, you can play volleyball, you can hang out with your friends, you can watch movies. We have a huge movie theater on campus that our students can go to. We have a hot tub. We have the largest hot tub on the East Coast at UVA. It is the size of like 3 school buses lined up together.
Wow.
You can do that. You can hang out in the hot tub. Really do whatever you want. The cool thing about college is when you're not in class, no one is telling you what to do. So you can decide how you want to spend your time. Now, hopefully studying. Remember, that's important.
That is important. But it's also important to have fun too.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why we let our students do so many different things. We have over 100,000 different movies at UVA that our students can rent for free if they want to. So you can watch every season of, almost any show that's ever been on television if you want to for free. And you can hang out in the library. You can do all kinds of different things. You can go climb trees. A lot of our students like climbing trees. You can do that too if you want.
All right, guys. So what do we say to Miss Whitney for taking time?
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
You were absolutely wonderful. Thank you for taking the time this morning to talk to us.
Anytime. If I'm ever up in New Jersey, maybe I'll look you guys up.
All right, come visit us. We'll be here.
All right, great. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.